Hey, call me Shape, and today we're reacting to a video titled "The World Hates Good People." Let's get right into it.
What's up, y'all? It's Truth Tiger, and I'm going to talk about how the world hates good people. This world is not really oriented toward goodness. This world is not oriented toward love or kindness. This world is oriented toward money, toward who can make things the shiniest, who's the biggest and the strongest, who's the biggest victim, who can get the most attention, who can be the biggest pity case, who's the greediest, who can hoard the most wealth. This world's about a bunch of negativity and a bunch of BS. And the thing is, when you're a good person living in this world, the world is very oriented against you, because the world is about evil, and most of the people in the world are unfortunately on the side of evil, and it's a tough pill to swallow. I used to think that I see the good in everybody and all this stuff, but going along my journey of life, going along my spiritual journey, I have really learned that most people are not good. Most people are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Sorry, give me a sec here. And that, like, if you're a good person, you're going to feel a lot of rejection from this world and from this system. Just like with little kids, like a little kid who's like nice and wants to share his toys and whatever, like that kid's not going to get the attention. They're going to say that kid who's nice and shares his toys, he's so easy. We don't have to pay attention to him. She's so easy. We don't have to pay any attention to her. We'll just forget about them because we don't have to. That's easy, and they're going to toss you aside. But the kid who's a bully and is loud and domineering and obnoxious and is a bratty toddler, they're going to give that kid all the attention in the world. They're going to act like they're punishing him or punishing her or whatever, or they're going to act like that, but secretly they admire that and they like that. I'm serious, from the time of a little kid, from the time of being a very little kid, from the time you're a baby, from the time you come out of the womb, this starts. And that kid who's a bully and who's mean and who doesn't treat other people right is going to get all this attention and all this extra love, and they're going to, that kid is going to get picked up and is going to get propped up and is going to sort of have people believe in them. And I'm serious. I'm not even kidding. And on the other end of the spectrum is you have the kid who's a victim, who's always crying for mommy, who's always has an owie, who's always this, who's always that, who wants to get all this sympathy. They'll prop that kid up as well. That kid will get propped up all the same. And, they're going to essentially, like, make sure that kid gets better along in life. They're going to make sure that kid gets better grades. They're going to make sure that kid fits in better socially. Whereas the kid who's nice, who's quiet, who's not trying to whatever, who wants to share his toys and all that stuff, they're going to look down upon that kid from an early age. They're going to say, oh, that kid's nice, he's a dork, whatever. And I'm serious. Like, this stuff starts at a very early age. So from the time you're a little kid, the kids who are nice are going to be looked at as a dork or a pushover or whatever, or why is that kid so nice? Or they're going to have so much responsibility thrust onto them, and they're going to say to that kid, like, you have to get this good grade for everybody or whatever, and the kids who choose to be good kids are going to get thrown aside, is the truth, And it's the truth about this world. This world rewards narcissists, rewards toxic people. That's why there are so many of them.
He's actually raising a great point, because I think to myself, right, like, why are there so many single moms, right? And it's because women are rewarding bad behavior by giving people who behave badly children. They turn them into fathers. That's how this world works. And if you're a nice guy, oh, you get friend zoned. But if you're a narcissist, you become a father. So it kind of incentivizes men to be narcissists instead of the nice guy. I'm just saying. And I tell this all the time, like, women reward bad behavior even though they want less of it. Now, I know this guy's just talking about people in general, and on my channel, we talk about dating and men and women and the duplicity between them and the duality between them. But what I find interesting about this is that, yeah, nice guys finish last. And if you act up, you get all the attention. You know? They said you could make a woman feel anything but bored. And you know what? Being good, being nice, that's boring to people. Evil is interesting. It's very interesting.
And that's why, for the most part, the people who run our society, the politicians, the CEOs, the religious leaders, the leaders in the education system, whatever, these people who are at the top of the matrix, the top of the system, they are, for the most part, narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths, very, very bad people.
I like to read comments from my past videos that are based on a similar subject. So if you leave a good comment, you might hear it in my next video. First comment's by Diary Wolf 1977. He says, "Being good got me nowhere. I want my heart to turn evil so bad that I'm fighting against my nature." Yeah, well, again, people don't feel like they're getting anything for being good. So what's the incentive? And humans work off of incentives. So, you know, if we want more good in the world, we got to reward it. Another commenter says, Mako Juice Daniel 9307 says, being a good man gets you less than nothing. Yeah, that stings. Just hear that.
You know, and we see this with Epstein, and we're seeing it with P. Diddy, and we're seeing it with all this stuff. Mike Jeffries, the Abercrombie & Fitch CEO, we're seeing it with him. We're seeing it with all of them. And the reason why they were able to get to that point is because they were enabled very, very heavily along the way. The world enabled them. People opened up doors for them. People were okay with it, you know. People like the fakeness. They like someone who's going to lie to them and tell them what they want to hear. They don't like the truth, you know, because that's what good people ultimately do, is tell the truth. And I want to differentiate between being a good person and a quote-unquote nice person or a nice guy or whatever. I want to differentiate between that, because a lot of people will act like a big victim that needs all this attention, that's all helpless and all this stuff, and I'm so nice and helpless. And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about someone who genuinely has love in their heart, who genuinely seeks the truth, who's genuinely trying to do the right thing. That's what I mean by a good person. Not someone who's going to beat their chest and look at what a good person I am or whatever. I'm not talking about any of that fakeness or that toxic positivity or any of that fake stuff whatsoever. I'm talking about a genuinely good person. You know, and the world attacks genuinely good people. And the thing is, genuinely good people are needed. You can't get anything done without genuinely good people. Things need to be created from some kind of good place.
The world punishing good people is concerning. But you know what's equally as concerning? Not having health insurance. And that's why today's video is sponsored by Ishmael Stonewall. Take it from here, Ish.
Yeah, so thanks, Shape. So as we know, a lot of people are looking for health insurance right now. It's open enrollment. I offer free consultations to my clients. We work with small businesses, families, and individuals to find their best health insurance options. Now, we work with all major carriers, Aetna, Blue Cross, Cigna, and United, on their public and private networks. Typically, we save our clients about 20% on their premiums, and we get them PPO networks, which means nationwide coverage. So if anyone listening here could benefit from a consultation, maybe save some money on your insurance or find something better, hit me up, give me a call, give me a text, schedule with me, and I'll see if I can help you out. Let's go.
Yeah, so if you need health insurance or you're looking to reduce your premiums, give my buddy Ishmael a call and let him know Shape sent you.
So people are going to try to suck you dry. They're going to try to steal everything they can from you possible, so they can, build their empire off you. You know, look at Thomas Edison and Tesla. You know, Tesla, chosen one. You know, spiritually leveled up, genius, whatever. Thomas Edison, narcissist, sociopath, manipulator. You know, and Thomas Edison stole all of Tesla's ideas and manipulated Tesla and drag Tesla through the dirt. And that's what happens, you know, unless you're at where I'm at, where it's like you're not going to do that, and I'm not going to allow that to happen, and, you know, we're going to both stand on this bridge, and, you know, I'm going to push you off the edge. And that's kind of how it works.
You know, we all love a good bad guy story, right? We're enamored by it. We glorify it. Think about villains in movies, you know, how they're glorified, right? Because some people would say the hero and the villain's the same person. They're the same person. They're just like, you know, in opposite directions. But they're the same person. Because the same characteristics that makes the evil person bad makes a good person good. Right? The brave, you know, the courageousness. Anyway, I liked when he was talking about how that what differentiates a good person from a bad person is a good person tells the truth. Let me tell you something. And I'm bringing it back to women. Women love to be lied to. I hate lying to women, but I know if I tell them the truth, I'll be mistreated. So I lie to them. Not all of them, not all the time. I'm just white lies. Big lies, no. But you gotta lie, right? I'm still lying. I'm still, you know, actively lying. And it's hard for me. One of the hardest things for me was to stop telling people the truth. Stop being so transparent. Opacity is what they want. They want opacity. In fact, keep all your personal thoughts to yourself. And if you have nothing good to say, don't say it, right? Remember that? Your mama told you that, right? So what does that mean? Only say good things? And if you got something bad to say, keep your mouth shut. And the world rewards people like that. And those are the people that manipulate you. They manipulate you because they hide the truth. They suppress the truth. And what they pump up is a lie. It's a fallacy. It's a mask. But the only reason why they do this, and this is the sad reality of good person, bad person, because both of them are incentivized. Bad people are incentivized to be bad. They're incentivized to take advantage. It's condoned. It's rewarded. So again, the world wants less bad behavior, but they reward it. They reward it. Can you imagine that? Like what's the purpose about being genuine and good these days? Like, tell me, other than, this is why religion has a thing, and I'm not going to tell you what to believe in, but if you have a moral compass, that's the reason why you're good. Because if it's outside of that moral compass, like if society was your compass, society would say, you know, work yourself into the ground, screw everybody, sell your soul, you know what I'm saying, and we'll make you rich. I'm trying to get wealthy the good way, by helping people, right? Like, I feel like this video is helping. We're having a discussion. We're having some fun. Entertainment and information. Infotainment. That's why I get paid the big bucks.
With narcissists in my life, I'm serious. Narcissistic coworkers, whatever. They thought they were going to pull this crap with me, and then whatever. They quit. They get fired. I freeze them out. I don't talk to them because I know the game. I know the game, you know, and let me tell you, like, don't let people freaking steal your good work or profit off your good work or profit off what you do, because that's what they're going to try to do. And they're going to try to attack and destroy your self-esteem, make you not feel good enough, overwork you, tire you out, constant demands, whatever. It's what they're going to do, and it's what the world is going to do to you. And you have to kind of say, you know what? You're not my boss, world. God is my boss. And you know what? If you don't believe in God, that's fine. I'm not going to force that, but just say goodness is my boss. Morality is my boss. The truth is my boss. Love is my boss. Ethics are my boss. Whatever. I mean, you need to have some higher principles above you, you know, something like that.
Another comment from JGL2920 says, I work at Walmart part-time as cashier because I broke my back in an 18-wheeler accident and I can't barely walk or perform a man's job anymore. And I was abandoned by my wife because I can't make a lot of money, and working in a hostile environment of 95% women, treating me like I am crap and a useless man. Damn. I hear you, brother. Then he says, I think I am a good, hardworking man, but for them, I'm not. Modern women are just plain evil. Yeah, I hear you there. You know, it's sad because, you know, women complain about things being unfair and that they've been prosecuted and that they're vulnerable and, you know, the patriarchy and oppression. But let a man fall in hard times and you'll see how quickly women would oppress him. I'm just saying. The evil that women are complaining about are in both men and women. It's not just some toxic patriarchy. It's toxic human beings. And men and women are both capable of being evil.
I personally believe in God, but you got to strive towards something greater, because these evil people of the earth, they only strive with ego and carnality. They don't strive for any higher ideals above them. It's all this ego in their heart. It's all the hate in their heart, It's all that jealousy in their heart. That's what fuels them, and that's what they move off of. And that's not going to lead to good things. So how do they get good things to manifest in their life? Well, they have to find a good person, manipulate that good person, and steal from that good person. It's the bottom line. And that's what happens. And, beyond that, real quick, stand up for yourself. Don't let that happen to you. Know who you are, know what you're about, set boundaries, cut people out, say no, do all that stuff. Do all that stuff. Cut them out, get rid of them, set boundaries, don't allow it. You have to set a very hard line to be very tough. But going on to my next point is, they are bad people. And seeing you as a good person, it makes them have to self-reflect. It makes them have to look at themselves in the mirror. It makes them realize what a low person they are. It makes them realize that they don't have ethics or morals. It draws attention to that, and they don't want to think about that. They don't want to feel that. That's not something that they want to have to face. And they hate the fact that we sort of let them know that they are behind and that they are failing and that they are not doing the right things in terms of being a person, in terms of the path of God,
It's funny he says that because, me being a black man, whatever that means, and honestly what I mean by that is that, black comes in so many different flavors, shades, colors, from different nations, yet we all call it one thing, black. You know what I'm saying? Like blob. It's just, because my parents are Caribbean, so I'm very different from the indigenous black people of America, right? We have different traditions. Obviously I spent time in my country, Trinidad. I was born here, but I spent a lot of time there. And so, yeah, I'm black, but, there's a whole bunch of stereotypes that go along with that. The point I'm trying to mean is that people are offended by how smart I am, right? It offends people. Because the minute I start talking, people are like, oh, yeah, he's not from the hood. He's not ghetto. He's college educated. They can tell. People can tell if you're college educated or not just by listening to you talk, by how you enunciate your words, how you structure your sentences, the whole nine. Well, this world, in my opinion, is not ready for a black stereotype of a man who got swag, who got confidence, and is intelligent. It rubs people the wrong way. And I know it does because it's like, I don't fit the stereotype. I don't fit the stereotype of a hoodlum, gangbanger, Tyrone. I don't fit the stereotype. So people look at me like, you're a black kid from the suburbs. And it's like, you want to be white? It turns into that, right? But the reality of it is, actually, what I want to be is, I want to be great. I want to be a great person, and I want to tell the truth, and I want to make a ton of money, and I want to be very healthy, and I want to be very fit, and I am very ambitious, and I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to put more effort into it today than I did yesterday, and I'm going to keep pushing until I reach a point where, not that I'm satisfied, but I did something so tremendous. I look back and it's like, damn, man, I got to pinch myself. I can't believe I'm here. People don't like that person, but you could look at that person as a good person. That's a person who, they were intellectually curious about the world, so they did the research. Like I try to tell this to people all the time. Don't be upset with me because I read 2-3 books a month, and I've been doing that for the past 5-6 years, even longer than that. Well, I'm saying 5-6 years, maybe like 7-8 years. Yeah, because I've just been curious. I've just been studying. When it comes to nutrition, and I'm going to start, what I want to do with this channel at some point is start interviewing some of the people that I look up to, that I revere as being very intelligent, at the forefront of their industries. And I want to talk about fitness, nutrition, these things, because most people don't know. The masses just believe whatever they're told. We're told protein, 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 protein. You don't need protein to build muscles in the gym. Everyone says, oh, in order to get muscles, you need protein. Well, then how did the cow get its muscles? You know what I'm saying? What whey powder did the cow consume? You know, at the end of the day, it's so sad. We live in a world where the zookeeper knows how to feed the zoo animal, right? He knows a proper diet for the zoo animal, but humans don't know how to feed themselves. No two people agree on what we all should eat. Even though if you look at our anatomy and you look at the research, it's pretty obvious that we all should be on a low-fat vegan diet. I know people hate vegans, the stereotypes about vegans, I get it. They throw blood on people just because they wear leather or fur. I think that's wrong. I don't agree with that. Therefore, the stereotype of vegan doesn't fully fit me, but I do believe we're supposed to eat a diet of mainly fresh fruit and vegetables that's low in fat, low in sodium, low in added sugar. I believe that, and I think the research proves it. But no one wants to hear it. If you tell people this truth, they will hate you. I'm one trainer out of 30 trainers at a high-end gym. I'm a personal trainer out of a team of 30 trainers. I'm the only vegan personal trainer there. I'm the only one that tells people fresh fruit and vegetables instead of protein powders. You think they're happy with me about that? You think they would want me to? We don't sell vegetables at my gym, but we sell protein powder. So which one do you think will be better? Which one will be more important to the company? The protein powder or the vegetables that we don't sell? Because we're incentivized if you believe in buying protein powder. And it's very cheap to produce, and you make a big margin off of it. But everybody's not ready for that. Everyone's not ready for that conversation, so I digress. But overall, I agree with him. Good people are punished, with bad people are rewarded.
You know, any kind of righteousness and morals, we remind them how low they are and how evil they are and how bad they are, you know? Just our very presence reminds them of that, and they hate it, you know? They hate it. And the thing is also is good and evil are not friends. Good and evil are opposed. Good and evil are enemies. Good and evil will never get along with each other. Good and evil will never chill with each other. It's not how it works. And it's not what's going to happen, you know? So, I mean, good's not trying to attack evil or antagonize evil. Evil will ultimately attack good, but that's what's going to happen. They're going to see us being good people, being decent people, and they're going to go, nope, we can't allow that. We got to stop that. We got to stop them from being good. We got to stop them from doing the right thing. And they're jealous of it, too. They're jealous of the fact that being a good person gives us a higher purpose. We have a higher purpose beyond our flesh, beyond carnality, beyond our ego. You know, we have that higher purpose, and they don't. And they're extremely jealous of that, you know? And I think, you know, deep down, I think also they know that they're going to take that trip downstairs to hell, you know? And we're going to take that trip upstairs to heaven. And I think they know that deep down, that we are good with God and we're good with our Creator, you know? And again, if you don't believe in God, whatever, just try to take what you can out of this video. But, like, they know that, you know, and they know that there's not going to be a good destination for their soul. You know, they know that it's going to, in the end of the day, end bad for them. And they're jealous. Like, I've literally had spiritual and religious narcissists be jealous of the fact that because they knew that God loves you more than me, blah, 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 blah. I've literally had those kind of people say that to me. Separate video, but I've literally heard those words said to me. And
yes, all right. So I haven't heard those words, and I feel bad for you, my brother, that you got religious zealots around you. I would say this, though, as far as God's concerned. You don't have to believe in God, but let me ask you a question, right? I believe in God, and you don't have to believe in God, but let me ask you a question. If you went on vacation, right? Let's say to an all-inclusive resort. Let's just say Mexico. Let's say Cancun. And, you know, you pack your stuff, you get all your stuff. Flight went great. You land, you get your hotel room. You be able to switch your clothes into something more relaxing for the beach. You go onto the beach. As you're walking on the sand, you look down. You see your name written in the sand. Do you think that was coincidence? Or do you think that a person wrote your name in the sand? And what I mean by that is that to see your name written out in the sand means that what? One, someone speaks the same language as you. And two, someone intended to do it. And that's just letters in the sand. So I'm saying that is how as humans we're so complex. We're way more complex than letters in the sand. We have a specific intention, purpose that's very consistent, right? Men and women, right? How could that all just happen? rather than us being intentionally created by someone that was intelligent. Because like I said, to write your name in sand, a monkey couldn't do that, right? At least not without training, right? Again, intelligence. So anyway, other things I want to talk about, I'm going to save for another video. But last thing I want to mention, though, is that I don't think anyone's completely good. I don't think anyone's completely evil. People could be predominantly evil or predominantly good, but even evil people do good things, such as take care of their families, maybe take care of someone that's sick or help a loved one. And even good people do something bad, such as, let's say, infidelity, cheating on their spouse, let's say stealing, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you could do. You know, everyone has a dark side, everyone has a good side. Just some people are always in the shadow, and some people, they're only in the shadow at nighttime. So, all right, let's read some of the comments here. First comment reads, society pushes nice people into becoming bad people, then says, see, they weren't really nice. They were bad all along. Yeah, you know, it's funny because, it's funny. That's how manipulated the society is, right? They'll turn you into the bad guy, and then they'll become the hero. And they'll look at us. We're fighting crime. We're taking care of evil. When they create the same evil, they're supposed to be protecting us from. It's a beautiful magic trick that we all fall for. Another comment says, I got kicked out of the military for being a good person. I got fired multiple times from being a good person. And now I'm homeless for more than 2 years for being a good person. Everyone who wronged me are doing great. Absolutely, I hate this society. Now, this situation to me personally seems like you might want to check yourself and reflect that, you know, if you got fired multiple times, I don't know if you got fired for being a good person, but yeah, you know, maybe in that particular scenario, but ultimately you sound a little bit like a victim. So I would say, believe, even though there's bad people in the world, that you ultimately have control of your direction in life, that you're not just stuck because you're under, you know, someone's foot is on your neck, metaphorically speaking, you know. Well, anyway, that's the video. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you over there.